Hello there. If you've been following the channel for a while, I haven't posted in a while and I'm back now. So let's get into today's video. So in today's series, I'm going to be continuing with my talk about LinkedIn profile and trying to make your LinkedIn profile stand out to be able to get a job on LinkedIn. I have already done a part one. So if you haven't seen that one, you can quickly check it out and come back here. Or no, wait, just finish with this video and then you check that one out. So today I'm going to be continuing with that series and tell you more tips about LinkedIn so that you can be able to optimize your LinkedIn profile to get a job as soon as possible. And these are tips that I have equally learned from people or seen people do that have helped them, and some nuggets that I also picked up on my own and tried to do it on my own just to know if it really works. So these are tips that have been proven to work, and I hope that they do work for you as well. So let's get right into today's video. In today's series, I am going to be talking about three major things which I have termed as standing up, standing tall, and standing above. So in the first section where we talk about standing up, I am going to be telling you about the aesthetics of your profile. So more information that you have to be putting on your profile to get your profile to like kind of stand up. And then in the next section, which is about standing tall, I'm going to be telling you more about getting tricky or smart in how to connect with people. And in standing above, I'm going to be telling you of more advanced tricks that you may want to delve into if you're willing to spend a couple of dollars to be able to get your profile to kind of get your profile to stand above everyone else. So shall we? So I have my laptop here with me that I'm going to be looking on to share with you what I have done so far to be able to stand up, stand tall, and stand above in terms of LinkedIn. So so when you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my laptop. So on my profile, when I talk about standing up, I mean add enough information on your profile as possible. Add everything that you find very relevant in terms of your professional life. Add everything onto your profile to be able to give your profile extra flavor when people get onto your page. So here I have done a good work in trying to put everything that I do or have done onto my profile. And the most important part of what I want to talk about in terms of letting your LinkedIn profile stand up is your about section. So I know a lot of people may not do this, but you need to add extra flesh. Consider your about section to be more of a cover letter for your LinkedIn profile, and you need to add enough flesh as possible. You need to add enough information as possible. Consider your about section to be, let's say, walking into an interview room and being asked, tell me about yourself, which is like the most common question that the most concrete question that every person gets to answer in an interview. You are definitely going to be asked that question, and you need to have that same rationale when you are talking about your about section on your LinkedIn profile. So you need to add enough flesh as possible. You can go through my LinkedIn profile to see exactly what I have written there, but I'm just going to share this as well here about what I've written to be my about section, and I have been able to define exactly who I am onto this section, because I think that this section actually gives you an avenue to tell whoever is on your page who you really are. And it really speaks a lot about what you do professionally. It speaks about what you've done in the past, what you are doing now, and what you intend to do in the future. So here, just let me just read this through. Hannah is a very dedicated young lady with a lot of passion for software development, which is absolutely true. I use my skill in software engineering to build amazing websites for myself and for my clients, which is exactly true. And I have a positive spirit and a strong will to reach for higher goals and ambition, and I'm self-motivated and a go-getter. Lastly, I love to travel and try new foods, which is a very summarized description of who I am professionally. If I'm to project myself into a professional space, this is exactly who I am. So still on the topic of letting your profile stand up is this section that I know people really haven't filled up, is where you have open to just under your profile picture, and then some other information that you have on there. So when you click on open to, this is where you can choose if you are hiring someone or looking to get hired. And then because most of the people who are watching this channel are people who are looking to get hired, right? So we go and click on find a new job. When we do this, we open up a modal that we can add more information, right? So let's just go through this very quickly. And first we have job title. So currently I've just put it there for putting the sake, right? But you can add as many job titles as you want. So let's say I want to work as a UI UX designer. I just add a title, UI UX designer, and you have other options to choose from if you don't see what you're looking to. So let's say a UI designer, we just select that, and you can add as many titles as you want. And then you go on to the next step where we select whether we want to work on site, remotely, or both. So that is like a hybrid option, and you can be able to you can select all of them, and then that also works as well. The next step is to select a job location. So let's say you are in Kumasi and you want to target jobs in Kumasi. Just select that your location is in Kumasi and you're looking to find jobs in Kumasi. That way, when someone is hiring, so let's say a manager puts a post to hire people in Kumasi, you definitely get a notification that this job is being opened in Kumasi, and that really helps you a lot. Then also you can select a start date. So let's say you are actively applying for a job, meaning that you can start working immediately. Just go ahead and then select that. And then also you can select the type of job that you're looking for, whether a full-time job, an internship, temporary, part-time. Just put it all there and save that as part of your LinkedIn profile, which actually boosts your profile in unimaginable ways. Because oh, my microphone has been turned down. Oh, this far. Okay, so let's just do this. I hope you could hear me clearly, but this is how this section of LinkedIn operates, and you can add as many roles as you want. If let's say you are looking to target jobs in, let's say, America. So at the time that I was actively applying, I had job locations in, let's say, USA, Australia, like name it. I just put a lot of information on here because I just wanted to expose my profile to bigger opportunities, bigger reach, and not limit myself in any way. So on this section of LinkedIn, you have the possibility to put as many locations as you want, so long as you can actually work from those locations, and it really helps to move your profile to the next level. So the next part of this video has to do with connecting, which I have termed as standing tall. Now, in the game of connecting on LinkedIn, you need to be very strategic. Connect with people who are of similar interest as you. I have had occasions where people who I don't think have anything to do with my professional life are just connecting with me, and I'm connecting with them as well. And I don't know how we relate in any way, because there's no way our fields are going to cross paths. And this is really not helpful for your profile, because you really want to connect with people who are, let's say if I'm in UI UX design, I want to connect with as many UI UX designers as possible on LinkedIn, because that way you can have a greater reach, and people who have opportunities for, let's say, new roles in UI UX designing can easily consult you, because you are around the same interest as theirs. Now, if let's say I'm connecting with someone who is into music, I hope I'm not stepping on any toes, but let's say I'm connecting with people who are into music, doing visual arts, doing something very random, let's say sales, and I have no interest in doing sales. They'll only be pushing sales jobs to me because those are the opportunities that they have. Currently, I am only interested in connecting with people who are into software development. I mean the whole software fraternity, right? And I rarely connect with people outside my field because I want to be able to establish a good rapport with people who I know understand what I am doing and can be of help to me if I need it. Because I don't want to, let's say, I think this would be a perfect example. Let's say I'm connecting with people who are only doing architecture or construction or what banking. I have the least interest in these fields, right? So I may not necessarily, like, I may never benefit from these connections because all the opportunities that they are going to be sending my way will be in their fields and not in my field, right? So this is why I always encourage that connect with people who have the same interest as you are. That way, if you need something, you can easily get them because these people are of the same interest as you as well. If you're looking to connect, it's very simple. Just go onto your LinkedIn and type who you want to connect with or the kind of people that you want to connect with. So I'm looking to connect with more project managers or product managers or software developers, right? So let's do a quick search. So software developers. Oh, I'm shouting. So software developers. Developer. And we go on to people. Now you want to connect with the people, like, so like if I were looking for a job, I would have chosen a different thing, but now I'm looking for people who are in software development and I have a ton of software developers. I can just click connect and then connect with like as many people as you. I think there's a limit to it, and yeah, but like I think it's more than 20. So like you can definitely connect with more than 20 people in a day, and you can do this to grow your reach on your profile. So this is the point where I talk to you about LinkedIn Premium. It is a subscription-based access to more advanced settings on LinkedIn that you can be able to use to enjoy some more benefits than just the regular LinkedIn package that it comes with. So one of the main things that you have access to getting is LinkedIn Learning, which is more like a platform that allows you to learn extra skill without paying for an extra course outside of LinkedIn. So inside of LinkedIn, you have the opportunity to learn. And after taking that course, they have a certificate that they present to you when the course is done. And you can also put that certificate on your profile. You push it directly onto your profile just to show recruiters that you've completed this course, therefore you have knowledge in this field. And it is one of the main things that I personally like about LinkedIn Premium. And then also another added advantage of using LinkedIn Premium is the possibility to send emails. So instead of sending, let's say, a direct message to one of the people that you really admire, you can just send them a message which will go directly into their message box and then also into their emails directly. So most of the time when people send me emails which goes directly into my emails, I see the email first before connecting onto my LinkedIn because I don't always stay on my LinkedIn, but I always have access to my emails, and that is one added advantage of having a LinkedIn profile. But if you see that you are really not going to be having need of any added advantages on LinkedIn, you might as well just take the normal one that everybody has, just the normal LinkedIn profiles that we all have. But if you're looking to up your game, let's say when you apply for a job, you want to be able to reach out to the recruiter, tell them about yourself, even on a more personal level, ask them questions about the role or anything else. Please and please again, you may want to take the opportunity to have access to LinkedIn profile because it really helps. It has helped me to first of all use their learning platform, and then also, like I said, the emails, because they really do help. Let's say, so one of the things that I really use is that when I apply for a job, I don't want to just leave it there, right? So I will go into the profile of the person who is hiring, send them a message, and then also make sure that the message goes into their emails. That means that I send them an email that they can read before even getting onto onto LinkedIn itself, right? So they see that this girl is actually doing a follow-up. And most of the time when I'm done applying and let's say I get a rejection, I also go into these recruiters' profiles, send them a message to say that where did I go wrong? Do you have any advice or anything? And then they get to see my emails first before even coming into LinkedIn.
So this is going to be the last part of my video because I forgot to turn on my microphone when I was filming it. Now, I am just trying to say that when you're on LinkedIn Premium, it is very essential that you stay active because that way you can be able to get more exposure than just the normal package of LinkedIn. Now, one of the things you also want to do is that you have to be actively partaking in small projects. So you can build very, very small applications, put them on your GitHub, and then put the links to the projects on your GitHub in your LinkedIn profile. And that really helps you to be able to tell recruiters what the kind of things that you are interested in and the kind of projects that you have built in the past. Now, one of the things I'm also going to mention is that whenever you make a post about a project on your LinkedIn profile, remember to tag it as your featured post. That way recruiters are able to find your project easier because then it's like at the very top of your profile when they get onto the page. Another thing I also want to mention before I go is to always remain active on LinkedIn. That way you can get a greater exposure when you're on the platform. That way LinkedIn is able to push your profile to more users very quickly. So this is more like some of the added advantages that comes with it, because ideally the LinkedIn Premium package just pushes your profile, but you being engaged more also pushes your profile very tremendously, and it really helps you to be able to grow your audience and get a greater exposure on the platform. So this has been like my own take on it, because I also experienced that whenever I was on the premium and I wasn't using it, I wasn't even getting recruited. But when I was on LinkedIn Premium and I was actively engaged in, let's say, people's posts, I like it, I comment, I put my own post there, I make sure I'm being engaged, I get more people entering into my DM and even to make offers to me. So I think this is like very essential when you're on the platform. So this has been me for this video about my LinkedIn series. I'm also going to be talking about more topics about my journey in tech. So remember to subscribe to my channel, please, and please again, please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Like this video, comment, I want to hear from you and what you have to say to me. So take care of yourself and stay blessed. Bye.